for to get an intro. And I was like, man, that's cool. Because you never get to see how somebody walks into the interview, how they prepare, how they greet each other, and all that shit. Facts. Like, damn, these niggas actually they know each other before they even started. And then whatever conversation they kind of continue after the interview is officially over. Shit was kind of cool as shit.
Is that glare from that glass in Huh? All right. So okay, if you come in, where would you go?
You go right there.
Come right here.
Yeah, he might as well get the chair now. Oh, I was gonna sit in that chair.
What's
this chair back here? That is the most comfortable chair too. Okay. Hey, back up.
Want to follow my steps? Can I just tell you not to do that?
Not to do what I accidentally hit it.
That's what I just told you not to do though.
Not to do what?
Not to hit it and not hit it.
I didn't need to.
I gotta do another mic check.
Why?
It's on?
The mic already on.
No thing over there. Are you cheesing, bro?
I thought you was gonna be like, let's get started with this podcast, guys.
You being lame already. Let's throw that door, you gonna leave it open.
My mom said leave it open.
She had it's our manager, I guess. We would not be answering that question.
We would not be answering that question.
I ain't gonna say shit. I just want to listen to the interview.
All right.
I ain't on Instagram, so I don't listen.
Oh yeah, you delete your page?
You put these on Instagram?
I think you just tired of me. I'm gonna put them on a YouTube channel, but then cut snippets out. I thought you were tired of me sending you shit. I'm like, fuck this nigga. This nigga is sending too much shit.
Nah, it's on the social media. And I'll take my with it. It's on the bottom of that. Flip it out. The bottom. Flip the little tab out. Yeah, and just on the metal part, right?
I ain't got no wine. You got some wine?
You want a drink? No, I got some gin. You want a drink?
Sure. Yeah.
What you want?
Whatever you bring. That's it?
Yeah, I mean, you don't drink though. It's gin. I'm drinking gin.
Y'all smoking cigars together like a family?
Shit good.
Yeah.
You want what I got?
Yeah. What? I thought you brought two cups for.
It's my water, nigga.
Bah!
That shit kind of sweet though.
Made by hand.
That shit good.
So when you light a cigar, you supposed to circle of motion?
Take it back first. You gotta warm it up first so it don't taste burnt. So heat it up slowly. You gotta be patient. And like slowly start getting closer. They call it toasting.
Toast the cigar. You ever smoke a cigar, DJ? Yeah. You look dark with your hood on, dark glasses.
Break my life into pieces.
Yeah, whatever you got. Here she go, nigga. That's family. Ain't like we got down. Are you fucking up the sound with you slamming this thing down? Take that off your head. You on TV. You might be famous one day. Oh, this nigga with a purple towel in his head. Let me cook. Let me cook. We're gonna tie him. DJ don't know how to tie a tie. He don't know how to tie a tie. We're gonna teach our kids how to tie a tie.
They don't teach them how to tie ties in the military?
Nah, they teach them how to do the what's the shit called?
Neckerchief.
Neckerchief.
Yeah, I taught Dion how to tie a tie.
Tell me?
Damn. Now That's cool.
But right now, he's not puppy. Now it's this.
All right.
No, I learned in the military, but I used to cheat. I tied that bitch once. I never ever untied it.
Yeah, fact.
But then once I started working at a bank, I had to kind of learn.
So we can start with introducing yourself, father, and then introducing yourself, son, name, where you from, how old you are.
Okay.
Good.
I am Dion Williams II. What? I'm Dion Williams II. Uh, I'm from Jacksonville, Florida, and I'm 12 years old.
Deion Williams Sr. the first. Never quite knew what it is. The first or senior. 41. Um, Originally born in Virginia. Spent most of my childhood, well, my latter parts of my childhood here in Jacksonville. Went to the Air Force 4 years, came back, finished school, entrepreneur.
Entrepreneur.
Yeah. Deuce is my oldest. But I was, how old are you, 12? I was 29 when he was born. 29 when I was 30.
So how many kids do you have?
3.
You got 3.
Yep.
Okay. Deuce is the oldest.
No, Deuce is, he's the middle. He's my oldest, but I got 3. You know what I'm saying? We got a 20-year-old, Deuce at 12, a daughter, baby girl, is at 8.
So you're an in-home father. You stay with your son. You are active. You coach your son in sports.
Right.
Did you grow up with that same dynamic?
No.
No.
Nah. I had a stepfather. My mom met him. I was that nigga young, so we only 13 years apart.
For your stepdad?
Yeah.
And you?
That's like my big brother.
Really?
For real. Yeah,
Wow.
but I was damn. I think I was 8.
You was 8.
I was 8. Him and my mama got married when I was 10. We moved to Florida. But I had him though. He never coached me, but shit, he taught me how to play basketball. That's who I spent a lot of time with, especially learning the game and just learning how to be a man.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay. Do you know your real father?
I do. Yeah,
You do?
yeah.
What was y'all relationship like?
It was long distance really, because even when I lived in Virginia, we lived in Chesapeake, southeast of Virginia. You familiar with the area?
Yeah.
He moved to Northern Virginia when I was probably like 5, I think, 4 or 5. So it was mostly shit, long distance phone calls. And then as I got older, I would go up there and stay with him for a summer, like two weeks out the summer or something like that. But it was just kind of long distance. So I knew him, but we didn't know each other like that.
So growing up with got a male figure in your life, so you had some type of idea of what a man is, right?
Right?
What was it that you were? What made you when you said, "Okay, when I have kids, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be in home. I want to be present."
Shit, my earliest memories is to think about having a family. I was probably like in 5th grade, maybe. So I don't think it was anything I saw like personally in my life that made me want to be up. Shit, nigga, TV. Like we had different TV shows back when we was growing up.
Right,
You
like
saw
Cosby
the
Show.
Cosby's. You saw that man and his wife and their children and them interacting, him loving on his wife. So that kind of, you know what I'm saying? That was the original. And then the shit outside of that, I never really saw that. Like nobody in my neighborhood had. There was no daddies in the house. You know, growing up, shit, project, Section 8 apartments. You can't have no man in the house.
Right.
So none of my best friend Eric, he was the only one I knew that even talked about his dad. You know what I'm saying?
So you had one friend out of how many friends that actually
can-
talked about their real dad?
Probably like 4 or 5 of us. But anybody else, you know, just in the neighborhood that you play with or passing, just in passing that you knew, got on the bus with, went to school with. But out of my friends, close friends, growing up until like 10 or 11, he was the only one I knew that even spoke about it.
So let me ask you this. I know your wife is not the only woman that you ever dealt with. Your wife had an active father in her life. Do you think a woman that have a healthy relationship with their father is important to be a wife to another man?
So I think that's important.
Yeah. Have you ever dated women that didn't have their father and they more dramatic or like type of thing?
Um, I don't think. I don't know. I can't really.
Remember back that far?
I can remember back that far, but I can't say I paid attention
Mm-hmm.
until I saw Arian and Mr. Charlie interacted and saw how that dynamic was.
Right.
So, but I don't know enough about. Really, I don't know enough about. I never really compared the two. Like, oh man, I'm messing with this girl. She got a dad in her life. Shit, in your 20s, you're not worried about that type of shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right. Huh?
I can curse on you.
Yeah.
So you ain't really worry about that type of stuff. That's not something you log like, I need a woman that got. That's some to me. That's some new shit. I need a woman that got a wife. I mean, had a dad in her life and stuff like that. I don't know. I mean, you like it, talk to her, you want with it. Now that I'm older, I can see just with kids in general or adults in general. Shit. Some people got mommy issues. Some people got father issues, and I see how the different interactions are.
Because you coached, right?
Yes, I coach his basketball teams. I coach shit. I started coaching t-ball teams.
So,
But just to answer that question, I'm not sure. I'm sure it helps, just as it probably helps for a man to have a man in his life to be a good husband.
so
Even to have a man, to have a woman in his life to be a good husband. You need balance. Yeah.
So can you be, as a man, can you be as effective outside the home, or you more effective inside the home, or that's all dependent upon the dynamics between you, the woman you got the child with, and the agreements on how y'all gonna raise the kid?
Me personally,
Your personal
knowledge or just my opinion on that? Because I don't have no kids outside the house.
Okay.
So I really can't speak on the other.
But you was raised and your daddy was outside the house and the effects of it. But if he been more involved or not so far away, can you be as effective in the house or outside the house as in the house is the question. Based on your experience, if your daddy was close.
I had a part-time job and a full-time job. You go try to build some shit part-time, it's going to take longer to build. You try to build something full-time, you're more in tune with what you're trying to build. You're checking in and checking out, checking in and checking out. You're not as in tune with it.
Right. So for me, I feel like it's the agreements between the two that made the kids. If my presence is as much of a dire need as her presence is, then because I feel like love is unconditional, right?
Right.
So I got a brother that's been locked up since 1994.
Right.
His kids know who he is.
Right.
They have a relationship. You know what I mean? I stepped up and became the father figure at age 14, but much of a man I could be.
Right.
But I think that everybody don't have the perfect dynamic. So that's why I asked that question. Like,
there's no perfect dynamic, but it doesn't, because I can't say, because I'm sure somebody out there that's not in the house with their child and they're doing a great job.
Right?
You know what I'm saying? So I really can't speak on it.
Right.
But I think for me, I feel like I am more in tune with him, and I got more. Even my daughters, everybody, I'm more in tune with him and her, and even Jaden, as far as being able when they wake up, being able to instill in them every fucking thing I got. You know what I'm saying? And being able to catch them before they make a misstep, explain to them what it is, or encourage them when they get up in the morning, encourage them when they come home from school. They had a bad day, a good day from school. Right. I think from that aspect, you really want to be. It's more benefit. I think it's beneficial to the child for you, both parties, to be there physically with them.
But you are also a business owner, so you kind of make your own schedule. You make yourself available for that, correct? Because you also could have been working 12-hour days in the house with them and just kind of unavailable, correct?
To an extent, yeah. But shit, you let a daughter tell that I work too much now.
Even though I'll tell you that now.
Even though I'm at the school when she get off, and I'm dropping them off from school. I might even I've been popping up at the school lately and just spending a few hours just there in the classroom, sitting in the back. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But if you let her tell it, she want me when hey, I'm here, I'm attentive, I'm ready. Hang the phone up or get off the computer or whatever, stop working. And you let her tell it, I still work too much.
Really?
Yeah.
So Deuce, I know you don't. You have a mother and a father in the home, and do you know how important or how good you got it? And if so, tell me.
Like, what do you mean?
Having a mother and a father in the home, they're present. Your daddy's involved in your sports, your schooling. Do you have friends that don't have what you have?
Yes, a lot of them.
Huh?
I said most of them.
And do you see a difference in the way you carry yourself and how they carry themselves?
Yes.
So again, I ask you, how lucky are you to not have to endure that side of things?
I'm very lucky to not have to endure that.
You gotta speak up.
I'm very lucky not to endure that.
Okay. Now, with you being a student athlete, your father is your coach. When he's coaching you in the game or something, do you expect for him to have leniency on you?
No, not really.
No. So has there ever been a time like, let's say Deion Sanders said like he had a rule. You come at, let's say you got a team meeting or practice or something and you show up late. Do you penalize him harder or do you stay whatever the discipline is across the board? Just set an example.
Man, I seen that, and I thought I was like, damn, I don't know if I could have done that a whole game, bro. That was a
I
lot.
see it too.
Yeah, and it was an important game too, like the celebration. But it's
Cele-
don't know is they SWAC championship or some shit like that. I think I don't have no leniency on him at all.
All right.
Sometimes I can be hard on him because I know he knows better
Mm.
than what others might not. So I may, but now I don't think it's egregious to even the way he knows.
Yeah.
So, but sometimes I have to stop and question myself, like, damn, am I being too easy on him because that's my son, or am I being too hard on him because that's my son?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it is something I'm aware of, conscious
Has
of.
there ever been a time when you think he was being too hard on you?
Yes, sometimes.
What time do you remember he was being too hard on you? That you think he was being too hard on
Sometimes in practice when I do a drill run,
you? Right. Give me a scenario, like give me what happened. What was the drill? What did he say? How did it affect you?
uh, I don't really know.
But you just know you have those moments where you feel like, so what you saying here? What does that sound like in a 12-year-old head when you like, yelling at him, oh my. Then your friends, like these your peers, you go to school with these guys, so they can easily go back to school, like, man, your daddy talk to you like da 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 da. Like, do you ever have that, like, man, daddy, you embarrassing me, man,
I
talking
was
about.
like, dang, why he be yelling at me like that?
Yeah,
Mhm.
you said under your breath though, right?
No, I said in my head.
You said in your head. You only said under your breath.
No.
That's too loud, ain't it?
Yeah.
So I got another question. Let's say hypothetically you about to get jumped. You can only take one person with you, your daddy or your mama, to this fight. Who you taking?
My dad.
You take your dad?
Yeah.
Your mama a thug now. She gonna
Yeah,
tip.
I know. I don't know who to. I don't really know that.
You don't know what?
Said who to take.
You better go back. You better backpedal. You know your mama a thug now. You gonna pull
Yeah.
up on that little, yeah. Nigga, hey, you talking about?
That's the good. You know, you don't take your mama to no violence. You let your mama be where she at, and we'll tell her about it when we come back.
But you know.
Your daddy handle this shit too. I might not talk about it as much as your mama.
So let me
We
ask
coming
you.
back home though.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
It's a lot of talk about um, high value men and all that. What is a high value man in your definition, in your
I
opinion?
don't have no value. I don't have no. I don't have no definition of what a high value man is.
Yeah.
Either you're a man or you ain't. You know what I'm saying? No high value. What is a high value man? It's either you got value, or you don't. You're a man or you aren't. You're a good person or you ain't.
Right.
It's I don't understand that
You understand?
conversation.
So that's just an internet thing, basically.
To me, I feel like it's probably one person's opinion, and just the way the internet is set up now, a lot of people don't have an opinion on certain things, and they see that and they attach to that opinion, now that becomes their opinion. So it's like, to me, it's kind of like a group thing type thing. I don't really buy into that type of shit. High value man.
So what's a high value man to you?
Uh, Same thing my dad said. You be a man or you're not.
What's the difference between an alpha male and a masculine male? Let me ask you that.
Alpha male.
What's an alpha male in your definition, in your opinion?
Uh,
And what's a masculine male? Is there a difference?
yeah. I think masculine mean like like big masculine or just like man masculine?
Yeah, man masculine.
Oh, I think an alpha male is like men that can take control of what the situation is,
Okay.
and like a masculine man just got like a lot of man in him. I don't know.
Okay, so you elaborate on that. Like, what do you mean by got a lot of man in them? What is that?
Like they just strong. They can pick stuff up. They can pick stuff up.
That's a good definition. That's a good analogy, kid.
Really,
So if you had to describe your dad as alpha male, alpha man, or masculine man, what you would describe him as?
alpha man.
Alpha male. He takes control of the situation,
Mhm.
and he's not a. So is he like uh, uh, a loud leader, or is he kind of reserved, speaks when he needs to speak type of guy?
He's a loud leader.
He's a loud leader. He gonna speak his mind. Mm. All right. So whenever you
Geese, bro.
they want to they in on it too.
Yeah.
So if you sick, so we are talking about if you getting jumped taking your daddy. So if you ever sick, who do you want to take care of you?
My mom.
Your mom. Yeah.
You
She,
ain't let her get the question out. It's my pick too, shit.
yeah.
Hell yeah.
Uh,
Shooter.
what are some things that you see your mom and your dad do together that makes you like, I like that.
They work together. They work together as a team a lot.
They do.
Uh-huh.
So they communicate,
Yeah, they communicate.
and you're learning how to communicate with. Just learn how to communicate. Period. Right.
Mhm.
So that's one thing you love. What's one thing that if you could change that they do that you would change?
Nothing really.
Nothing. I want you. Okay, so I got another question. I want you to emulate your dad yelling at you when you mess up on the drill. How that look? What that look like?
Hey, you better do the drill right. Like I don't know. Like I told you to.
Yeah, they don't come with a threat.
No.
No,
Like what do you mean when it comes?
you know when I so when I train you, and you mess up. It's more like what you emulate.
It was like, hey, just I don't know, do it.
I'm gonna knock you out, right?
I'm gonna go up top.
Oh, cool. How I look? Do it. So do your dad if you mess up on the drill. And I want you to do me when you mess up on the drill.
Like imitate it.
Yeah, imitate.
Uh, hey, do the drill how like I told y'all to do it, and then, hey man, you better do the drill right before I go up top on you
What go up top mean?
and punch you in the head.
Which one you more receptive to? Both. Yeah. All right. So let me see. Mm. When you're coaching your kids, and I know you could, he can take a certain type of verbal lashing, or you getting on him. Do you have to be mindful of the kids? So you got to know basically every kid's situation, home situation, in order to coach them.
You don't have to know. It helps though. It helps you understand how they're receiving.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because some kids, you get on them and they'll shut down, or they get discouraged, or they want to be have something to say back. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But when I first started, especially basketball with them, it's kind of teaching, coaching the older as they getting older. So I'm like, damn, why? Anytime I say something to him, he just fucking just shuts all the way that I can't even get nothing else out of him. You know what I'm saying? Not him, but
It's
just
a
other
child.
players.
Okay.
So I don't. Then I start realizing, like one of the assistant principals used to be telling me everybody background and stuff. I'm like, I felt aware at first, like, man, I don't need to know they home. Like I'm too much in their business.
Yeah.
But now I understand why he was telling me. So I can understand. Like, hey,
And that
I'm
makes you
yelling at player A, and he just basically he want to quit for the day. He don't want to practice no more. It makes me understand, like, oh, he got other stuff going on at home. You know what I'm saying? But I don't coach them any differently. But I probably build them back up differently. I might take more time to. If I tell them, hey, you did one thing wrong, I might tell them like be conscious of like, all right, I know I gotta tell him 5 more positive things so he don't get within himself and just shut down because he don't know how to take that constructive. Because all it is constructive criticism when you coach. That's all it really is. But a lot of kids I notice if they don't have like a father at home, or even if they got a dad but they're not really present, they're kind of in tune with them like that, or really spend a lot of time with them. They don't know how to take that from another man. That's my theory.
Okay.
You get on them, they almost like sneak. They just start. They get in their head. They don't even hit nothing else you're saying. They just don't want you talking to them like that because it started to make them uncomfortable. He always had that since he came home. You know what I'm saying? Well, just not just him. Any child usually. Yeah, when you one, you start crawling. You start getting into shit. Hey man, leave that shit alone. Popping their ass. They now it's like second nature to him. All right, I know I did something wrong. He gonna tell me what I did wrong. I have to do it right. A lot of kids they don't know that second level. All right, now he gonna tell me how to do it right. You know what I'm saying? So,
Deuce,
that helps.
You know what gentle parenting is?
Not going hard on your kid when they do something.
Not going hard on your kid. Do you get gentle parenting? Does it work with you? Are you receptive to it because you're in the environment constantly, and then when you see your teammates shutting down, like your dad says, is it because they're not exposed to a baritone or a man talking to them a certain way? And how do you play a role into that person that's being spoke to that way? Do you talk to him like, man, it's gonna be all right, or you just kind of let your dad do his thing, and you just make sure you're not messing up?
I let my dad do his thing and make sure I'm not messing up.
So you never talk to your teammates about whatever it is they messing up on.
Well, I do. Like if they don't do a drill right, I'll tell them to cut that way instead of cutting this way, and move this way instead of moving that way.
Right.
And I'll just tell them that.
That's it. So when your teammates shut down, I'm saying, how do you? So let's say your dad yell at one of your teammates, la la la, la, he shuts down. You're the floor general because you one of the better players on the team. How do you then try to encourage them to keep playing basketball?
I'd be like, just don't make the mistake again.
That's it.
I
Why do you think he does that?
As far as what, just correct and not encourage?
Yeah, correct and not encourage.
I don't know. I think he's definitely a quiet leader. He's more of a kind of lead. And I thought I was the same way, but until he told me I'm not a quiet leader, but kind of more of a lead by example.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But that's probably something we need to work on too, is be more encouraging to some of them, pick your teammates up. But that's also something I got as a note for all of them. You know what I'm saying? As far as this team, that hey, y'all gotta encourage each other and not just watch somebody get in their head or watch somebody kind of, you know what I'm saying, isolate themselves and y'all just keep going. No, you gotta pick him up too, because shit, we only gonna be as good as he is. You know what I'm saying? But he might just be like that because shit, it's, you know, hey, all I gotta do is get it right. He's not harboring that.
Yeah,
that criticism. He's getting over
emotionally attached to.
He's not. Yeah,
because he's used to it. He's in the house with it. Like
yeah, and because he gets just as much as positive encouragement as he gets criticism. Probably.
You think so? You get more encouragement or more criticism?
more encouragement.
You will get more encouragement. So on a scale from 1 to 10, you think you're in confidence? You think you're 10, 9, 8, 10 being the highest?
Confidence in it.
Just whatever you're doing.
Probably like an 8.
About an 8. Do you get is that confidence coming from your father? A lot of it.
Some of it.
What's the other one coming from?
Me.
You. You talk to yourself a lot.
Mm-hmm.
What do you say to yourself to encourage yourself?
Dang, you need to do it right next time. And don't.
You sound like your daddy. You talk to yourself the same way your daddy talked to you, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what's up. With your friends, right? And you saying like basically you don't encourage, you just tell them to just get it right. Are you like that with so that's sports? Are you like that with your schooling as well?
Like, what do you mean school?
So, like, let's say you're doing a project in school and things of that nature. Are you just telling them, like, okay, look, this is what we're doing. We're doing a group project. You do group project in school, right?
Sometimes.
Sometimes. Are you the take lead type, and then you find yourself being like your dad in those moments, or are you still the same way, like just get it right?
I just stay back and see what they do.
So you leave from the back of the bus. So if your teachers come in and be like, "Hey, we're doing a project today. It's a group project." Do you step up and take lead and be like, "Okay, well, this is who I'm gonna work with, and I'm gonna do this. Y'all do this." Do you go into leadership, or like you say, you just kind of take the back seat?
I just take the pass.
Why is that?
I don't know. Honestly.
Is your personality? So another thing I'll be seeing, like parents tell their kids, when you turn 18, you got to find your way, get out type thing. Do you believe in that, or do you believe that your kids stay with you until they figure it out?
That shit ain't indefinite though.
They definitely.
Hell no. You gotta figure it out quick. You know what I'm saying? But no, I'm not. I don't believe. I was raised like that though. Hey, I don't know what you gonna do when you're 18. You gotta get up out of here. I ain't like how that shit make me feel.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When you start getting, that's a lot of pressure. But you really shouldn't. I don't think kids should have to figure that shit out that fast. Like you just finished.
So how old do you think till you be like, all right, now you've been here too long. Get your shit together.
I just believe a man, especially from a man's standpoint, a man should have his own shit. It's only gonna be two kings in the castle. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So if you really to stay in this house with me till you 30, something wrong with that to me. Like you don't want your own shit.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to have no girls coming by to see you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You don't want to walk around naked, nigga. Go make you some eggs real quick when you get up in the morning.
Yeah, fast,
you okay with living here with me and have to get dressed every time you come out your room?
Yeah.
So that's the thing. But especially the way capitalism set up now, it ain't really built for nobody to get out at 18 and be able to survive on that realistically.
Right.
Unless you go into the military. But shit, even then, you going up under going to somebody else's house for real.
Yeah.
Because they housing you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I don't believe in pushing them out either. Because then you might it's fight or flight at that point. Then you might push them out into some survival shit, some instincts that you instilled in them that you didn't even know. Now they out here, they might be doing the wrong shit.
Right.
Or not capable of actually handling themselves in certain situations. One or two.
So you 12 now. About 6 more years till you 18. Do you want to follow in your dad's footsteps, go in the military, or do you kind of want to cut your own path? As of right now, I know it may change. Don't have to be a for sure answer.
I'm gonna cut my own path.
You want to cut your own path. So you see your dad and your mom, they both entrepreneurs, they're successful. Do you think you want to take that path? You want to learn anything about entrepreneurship?
Yeah, a little bit. But I don't want to be a business owner.
You don't want to be a business owner? Why?
Because I wanna go to college and play sports. Really.
So if you had to pick a major, playing sports, you're a student athlete, what would your major be right now if you had to pick a major?
What even are the majors?
Just a bunch of them. But what are you interested in? Like one thing you wanted to study and actually go and do outside of playing sports?
Probably technology or finance.
Finance.
What you know about money?
Nothing.
Nothing. How do you get paid now? Do your parents put you in entrepreneur situations, or they just kind of give you like an allowance? You just do this, clean this, you get allowance. That's it.
Yeah, I get an allowance.
You get an allowance. So they don't make you okay. If you want $100, you gotta do go out here and do something entrepreneurially to get that $100. Or they just say, okay, well, how does that work?
They do tell me that sometimes. Like if I ask them that I want something, they'd be like, because I wanted to start a shoe business a few years ago, and they'd be like, start selling shoes, start putting them shoes up in the closet and sell them online.
Did you do that?
I'm thinking about doing it.
You're still thinking about it. You say they told you told them this when?
2 years ago.
2 years ago, and you're still thinking. What does that say?
I'm lazy.
Oh, are you?
No.
So why haven't you done it? If that's what you wanted to do.
I don't know how to kickstart it. I don't know how to get it started.
What's the first thing I told you to do?
Clean up the shoes.
Have you done that yet?
Yes. There's shoes in there that I have cleaned.
They ready like to actually take pictures of, present them, and put them online and sell on the marketplace. All of them.
My bad. They not laced though. I need to lace them.
They not ready to take a picture of it. You never came to me. The last time we talked about it, you said, well, yeah, I was waiting on you to help me. What you think? I mean, I ain't helping you by giving you an outline of what to do. You know what I'm saying? And I told you I gave you all the encouragement. It's like, boy, you got exclusive stuff in there that I ain't even know was a thing that you done got drops on and went and got them and I sized out of them. He ain't even wear them like that.
Also, all his stuff he outgrown.
Just
You
gonna
telling
sell
him he can sell them.
Yeah.
And he hasn't strung them up. He claimed them, but he ain't string them up.
He ain't bugged me yet. Like, hey, okay, so how do I set up an eBay or how do I set up an Amazon? Or how do I set up offer up none of that stuff? How do I sell it now?
So that's
I'm
how
ready
you
now,
that's
I'm
how you
selling.
lead him. Like you see what his work ethic is towards it, and then help him. So you make sure that he wants to do it.
Because I'm gonna end up doing it. I ain't gonna do it. That's his thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I know my personality. That's why a lot of stuff I gotta pick and choose, like who I help and who I don't. Because say like you want to do something, I start helping you. But you ain't doing it how we talked about doing it. I'm gonna probably just take the shit over. Like, hey, we're gonna get the shit done because I done started.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Anything
My name on it.
Yeah, and I didn't shit. I'm locked in. I don't want to get more locked in than somebody else is, because then I'm gonna just end up doing this shit. And then once I end up doing it, nigga, I don't want you in part of it no more because I did all the fucking work.
Facts.
And then that's a whole nother battle.
You understand that? So what do you need to do?
Lace up the shoes.
Mm-hmm.
Bring it to my dad and say I want them. And he lists them on eBay or whatever.
He list them on eBay, or he show you how to list them on eBay.
He shows me how to.
You got an LLC set up already.
So you already got a business in his name.
I know.
He was born since he was a baby.
You hear that? What's the importance of LLC? You know.
Low liabilities company.
Limited liability.
Limited liability corporation. So what if I get sued?
You take limited liability, limited responsibility.
They really
Right.
can't come after your personal stuff if you got all your business set up properly. They can't really come at your personals. They can't come after Dion Williams the second. So even if you sign some paperwork saying that you'll be personal, it's only so much they can do.
Have you been teaching them about credit?
I don't think we really got into a credit conversation yet.
Have you heard about credit? Do you know what that is?
Kinda. I hear my mom talking about, dang, that credit score be low.
That's good.
And she be like, their credit score be low, and how they gonna buy a house if their credit score low?
Right.
Mm-hmm. That's
so. Do you teach him, or have you been taught how to create opportunity for yourself, as far as entrepreneurially, like things that you could do to make money? Do you ever have those conversations with your mom or your dad?
Sometimes.
Okay. And what are some things that they encourage you or say that you could do to make some money?
I remember one summer it was like you could go out there and mow people's lawns for $20.
And why haven't you done that?
I don't want to do that for real.
So you don't want to. So did you tell them you didn't want to do that, or you just kind of like let them say it and walked in your room like, hope they forget about that?
Yeah.
Now, you remember this? Remember your classmates were saying they'll pay you to basically revive their shoes for them because your shit would come in and be so clean.
Hmm?
You remember that? You told me that. He was like, yeah. He was looking at my shoes. I was like, dang, Dion, you can get my shoes that clean? I was like, man, you can charge their ass $25, $50 for that. Yeah. He was like, yeah, I can. Yeah, he never thought about it again. So that was opportunity within itself.
So how often do you get exposed to opportunities?
Not much times. Since I have an allowance anyway.
Oh, so basically, the allowance that your parents give you make you lazy? Is that what I'm hearing?
No.
That's what you're saying almost. So you don't want to put the effort into doing nothing because you get an allowance. So just wash the dishes, keep the little shit up. You're not gonna. So entrepreneur, like no one is giving your mom a check every month. She has to create her check from $0 to whatever dollar she made, right? You without doing, but with doing the bare minimum, you get money. So what it sounds like is because you get an allowance, that's why those shoes aren't clean. That's why you don't have the initiative in you to say, okay, let me do these things. So you heard what he said?
What's that?
He was like, basically, the things that he says he want to do, he ends up not doing it because he's like, I get an allowance.
But also, allowance is different. It ain't just no set fee.
So it's based on him washing dishes, doing what he's
If you
supposed to
don't
do.
fucking do it, he don't get paid. If I have to tell him to do it, he don't get paid for that day.
Mm.
At the end of the week.
So it's a daily rate that he gets.
And if I ain't got shit going on, I try to beat him to it. Because I don't want that. But that's how
Did
it
you know
is.
that?
Yeah, because I'll be like, dang, after I get finished with this game, I'm gonna go wash the dishes. Then he already be in there washing the dishes.
So what are you learning from that?
Beat him to washing the dishes.
Stop bullshit. That's what I'm trying to teach you. I can do it myself. Why would I pay you to do it? So it's me paying you to do that is kind of a luxury for you.
Right.
Because I can just do it. But when you go out and you go, especially as an entrepreneur, if you bullshit, it's somebody that want that same business you're trying to get. Even if you just go get a job doing some tech shit, it's a nigga next to you or anybody next to you that wants that job too. So when you dragging your feet to go work, it's somebody that's gonna get there 30 minutes early and start working. They're gonna go 8 o'clock and start work, and they're gonna stay 30 minutes, an hour late.
So you understand? Did you understand that's what your daddy was doing to you before him saying it right now? Did you understand? No.
Yeah.
You just thought he just was trying to beat you to it, and so you're getting a lot of life lessons that you're unaware of right now. And
and I take that back. I do want to pay you, but I can't just sit back and let you do it. How can I put it? It's not that I don't want to pay you, but I also have to show you that doing certain things is not like a privilege. You know what I'm saying? Well, it is a privilege.
It is a privilege.
Getting to go to work or having a job or having the means to make money is a privilege. And it's not something to be abused or taken for granted. You know what I'm saying? I never got an allowance from her. I watch this every fucking night.
I remember I told my brother that. He was like, you got an allowance?
Yeah, but the oldest, I was the oldest, so the oldest always, y'all get the short end, they get the short end of the stick.
Right.
Like, it's a lot we didn't know with Jaden. I had to go back and tell him, hey, we didn't know. My bad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I wish we would have done that to Jaden, so he felt less like a slave like I did, and actually got something tangible for that, and got to work out there, understood, like, hey, if I do this, I get paid. If I don't do it, I don't get paid. And then when I want that game, I'm not buying no video games, because he got a job.
So you buy all your own video games?
Yeah.
That's what I know he want one though.
When you on top of everything.
On that shit.
So it's a choice. So you're choosing.
Picking the spots.
Yeah, you're picking your spots. You're playing to the level of your competition. Just like basketball. Isn't it? Because if you work hard, you do what you're supposed to do, you will have more money, right? That's basically what it sounds like. You could have, so let's say hypothetically, you could have $1,000 right now just kind of in your bank account. But because it's coming like it's coming, you know when to turn it on, you know when to turn it off, right? So you could be lazy. Daddy gonna wash the dishes, so I'm gonna go play another game of Black Ops or whatever. Let him wash the dishes because I ain't really got shit going on. Oh, the Black Ops 7 coming out. Right. Oh shit, I need the Black Ops 7. So then you get up and then you on your shit. So that's interesting because you're developing a certain type of mentality in a great situation. And it's going to transfer where? Into the what? To the real world. Even your athletics. You do that in your sports. If that nigga ain't that good in front of you, pull a 3 on this nigga. The game of basketball, the game of soccer, the game of football, it's the mentality towards the game. So it's the game, and it's then how to win at the game. This is where people lose in that. It's a science behind this. You win the game through training. You win a game back here. They think that you walk in the gym like, I'm gonna win. I'm just put my shoes on, time up. I'm gonna cross that nigga up. But that nigga that you playing against gets up 4 o'clock every morning. He trains for that whack ass crossover you got. So you're playing life already as a 12-year-old kid. You're playing life to the level of your competition. You think that's good or bad?
Yeah.
So what can you do to change that?
To do better and do stuff better. To do stuff better than other people.
So look, we got another thing. Who do you think win in life in sports? The person reactive or the person that's proactive?
Person that's proactive.
What's the difference between being proactive and reactive?
Proactive is when you're in stuff more than one person, and you're active. And reactive is I don't know. Oh,
So if I hit you, what you gonna do?
hit you back.
That's reactive.
All right.
Proactive is me hitting you because you're posing a threat almost, right? So proactive is taking the initiative before anybody's aware that I'm about. That's what your daddy's doing to you. He's like, oh, he back there playing. I'm gonna be proactive and go watch these dishes. So proactive,
So quicker than anybody. So quicker than
doing something sooner or before anybody else thinks to do it, or taking initiative to go first. You're shying away from that in your schooling when y'all have group projects. So that means in homework, you're waiting. You're not saying, okay, I'm gonna knock my homework out. And if you are knocking your homework out, it's for you to go party or play with your friends sooner. So that's a reaction. Black Ops 7 coming out, I'm gonna go watch this. You're reacting to be able, you're being reactive. So a lot of things that you do is reactive. Now, Daddy, I'm gonna ask you, how do you get him out of reactive state and get him into a proactive state?
Figure that out, man.
How do you think you should get out of the reactive mind frame to a proactive mind frame?
to just do the dishes even if the game's not coming out, and do the dishes even if I don't need them.
Okay.
A lot of times I tell them, like, if you ain't gonna listen to us, life gonna teach you. So I think that's one of those things to where I could talk, give them examples, give them examples, give them examples. There has to be certain scenarios where they see like, oh shit, if I would have done this wouldn't have happened because I was proactive. But now here I am reacting to this. You know what I mean?
You hear
So,
that?
and I try to show them in basketball, like that last game we played. It was proactive. Practice all week. We knew there's no pressures. All right, inbound, get back to the middle. Pass back to the sideline, back to the middle. Now we have the fast break. We're not reacting to their traps. We're being proactive, getting into the middle so they can't trap us. And now we take advantage of that, right? But we never did that. Maybe until the second half, y'all figured it out. But now we're being reactive to their press, and we're down 16, 17. Now we're reacting, and now we got to play catch up. That's the kind of the difference between proactive and reactive. Proactive, you're ahead of the curve. Reactive, you're reacting to the curve. Now you're trying to correct. Now you're trying to self-correct. You know what I'm saying? So like, shit, just me moving this ashtray, I know it's hot there. This might crack this ashtray, so I can wait and react to the popping, cracking, and start moving it. I could be proactive and do it, save myself some shit later, and move it out the way. You know what I'm saying?
So what by listening to the analogies of proactive and reactive, you agree that you are in a reactive state of mind, correct? No? You're not? I think we just established that you were being reactive.
Not I don't just wash the dishes just to get a game. I just wash the dishes.
Talking about overall, not just that
Overall.
one scenario.
So
You know
listen, we just gave you 4 different scenarios: school, group work, teamwork, in the house, and all of them you're reacting to it. That means that's your ideology or your mentality to life. Does that make sense? So overall, you're reactive. Sometimes you can be proactive and initiate and do some things, but overall, you have a reactive mind frame. How do you, since your dad is, it's almost his duty to kind of bring you out of that, but what can you do for yourself to come out of the reactive state of mind?
Just to have it planned before I do it, so I can get it done quicker.
Awareness. It's really awareness. You know what I mean? Just thinking in the moment. Like, all right, I'm gonna get up in the morning. What I need to do. And I tell you all this all the time. Like, if you go ahead and do this shit right away in the morning, you got the rest of the day to not do anything instead of you reacting to us getting upset, yelling at you. You know what I'm saying? So even you just like going training now, I told you to go do the little dribble up drills. That's being proactive to a game scenario. You know what I'm saying? Just you going out there and going through this rip through first step, tagging the top foot. That is proactive. So when somebody's running up when you're playing defense, instead of you reacting like, oh shit, what do I do? You already know what to do because you've been working on it. That's being proactive. Like I know this scenario is gonna happen. Let me prepare for it. Proactive is the same thing as being prepared. You know what I'm saying?
So you ever heard of someone saying proper preparation prevents poor performance? You ever heard that? I'm gonna say it again. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. Say it. Proper
Proper preparation
prevents
prevents
poor
poor
performance. That's proactive. If I properly prepare, right, before a situation, or it's just my mentality, I'm always preparing. So when that incident happens or that happens, whatever that is, I'm prepared for that. Right sense? So if you're training, not going to practice and training. So okay, so when I trained you, when I came down here and trained you, was that proactive or reactive?
Like what do you like?
You coming to me, you're training for basketball. Was that proactive or reactive?
It's proactive.
That's proactive. You need more proactive than
reactive.
than reactive. So now I ask you again, because you are in a reactive state, right? How many times before practice or before school you get up, run like we ran at my house, run around the the housing complex, do some push-ups, or do you wait for practice to do all that?
Wait for practice.
So you're reactive. Make sense? And then the reason why you wash dishes or whatever is for you to get money so that you can buy the things you want versus just doing what you're supposed to do. So proper preparation prevents what?
Poor performance.
Say it all together.
Proper preparation prevents poor performance.
So I gotta properly prepare. That's life, that's sports, that's everything in this world. That's even defending yourself. If I train, do all my little trainings in the morning, them niggas that's trying to jump me, oh yeah, I'm already prepared for that. I ain't even got to worry about losing. Y'all gonna lose. I know what I'm finna do. Make sense? So that's almost a mentality that you have to take on. Now that also leads to being successful. Your dad has to be proactive every day. Why? Give me examples of him being proactive.
So that he can pay the bills and feed us.
So what's the examples of that he do that you can take notes from that he do that's proactive?
Uh, work. He works every day.
Mm-hmm.
He works every. I can't think much else.
What you mean? All right, so look, what time is work for you?
Uh, After I drop them off, so 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock. So okay, so he's being proactive about y'all and y'all education.
So waking up.
There you go. Waking up. What
before us.
time? Before you? So who wakes you up every morning? Your alarm. Okay. Who takes you to school?
My dad.
He has to get up early to do that, right? He don't got to be to work at 9, 10 o'clock. Right? So he to prevent poor performance, because if he get up at what time you got to be to school?
8:45.
8:45. He go to work at 9. What if he getting up at 8:40? It's a 10-minute drive. You late for school, correct? So look at the sacrifice that he has to do every morning by getting up, getting you to school, getting you and your sister to school, right? Come back, gotta stay up. I want to get in that bed. I want to lay down. He stays up. He then starts his day. He then, okay, let me make some phone calls to get
Shit,
some.
even then, what I'm doing some days while y'all getting dressed before we even leave to go to school.
Working out, stretching.
Working out, stretching. I'm already working, clearing out my email and sending whatever emails to get stuff set up for when I come back at 9, right?
You see the difference? So he's a. This is the perks of living in the house with your father. These are the things that you have to be aware of that he does, because that's the ideology or the mentality you have to adopt. Make sense? So you being a happy kid and being aware that they have a healthy relationship, your father and your mother and all that, that's throughout the day. But what do they do in the morning, right? To get you these things is also what you need to be aware of. Does that make sense? So you gotta say, okay, my daddy get up at such time to get me to school on time. Let me get up before him. Let me work out. Or let me work out with daddy. When you get up, wake me up. You get up 5, wake me up at 5. Yeah, you're gonna miss 3 hours of sleep. But guess what? You done did your workout, you already prepared for your day. Not getting up 4th quarter, trying to throw your shoes on, skipping steps, not brushing your teeth, running out the house, got coal in your eyes, just because you're not being what? Proactive. You're being reactive. Alarm went off, you press the snooze button. How many times you did that? Snooze
A lot
button.
of times.
I
Snooze
give him
button.
that though. He get up.
Yeah,
He get up. Yeah, I think it's like a little silent battle between me and him. We try to get up.
yeah.
Yeah, we'll get up first.
Who get up first?
We'll get up and be at it.
So when you get up, let's say you get up before your daddy, what's your regimen?
I get up, brush my teeth, use the bathroom, brush my teeth, wash my face, prepare my lunch, then get dressed, then sit down and watch TV.
Sit down and watch TV?
That's the part.
Is that what you that's what you getting up early for? So you want to catch a show? So let's change watch TV, right? To getting your left hand stronger in basketball. Is that a thing? Can you do that?
Yes.
When you gonna start doing that?
Uh, went to breaks over
Why you gotta wait to win the break over?
because he said in the morning after before school.
So the only reason why you get up early now is because you got school? Proper preparation prevents poor performance. What am I saying?
Do it even if you don't have any.
Even if you don't have school.
Now is a great time to do it too, because you can actually still get up at your regular time, get your workout in, you can go back and take your nap. You can go back to sleep because you got the whole day. You got to go to school. You know what I'm saying? Just like I told you earlier, you get your morning workout, lunch, do another one before after dinner. So this is a good time to do it. Since we ain't got as many practices, do it now in the morning, 7:30. Get up, go through the same routine, and then you don't have to go back to get back into the routine when school starts to get back up at 7:30, 7 o'clock, whatever time you wake up. You know what I'm saying? Get up. Your alarm's still going off. I know you ain't turned it off, right? Through Christmas break, you got to set Monday through Friday. So go ahead and get up, do something, then take your nap. Lunchtime, shit, you ain't doing nothing playing a video game anyway. Do something else. Take you another nap, play the game, whatever you want to do. Then do something else in the evening. We ain't got if we don't have practice. Just being utilizing that time. Because like I tell you, if you ain't doing it, somebody else is doing what?
Doing what I need to do.
They gonna be doing that shit. They gonna sit in the game and like everybody. I tell y'all, everybody in the gym will be able to see who working who ain't. You know what I'm saying? And I just never ever wanted to be on the other end of that. Somebody out working because it's obvious. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, he got a nice jump shot. He good. He good. But the other kid, you know, don't want to be like that. Don't be the consolation prize. You want to be that. You walk in, they say, "Oh, he working." I'm gonna come back even when they not playing my son because I want to see how he working, how he playing, how he developing, how he going. You know what I mean? That's how you become. You want to say you want to go to college and play ball. Sports is entertainment. If they don't think you're gonna help them win, so they can fill them seats up, they don't want you on the team. You know what I mean? Just like I tell y'all, practice is my time. The game is who time.
Our time.
That's y'all time. I should be able to sit down. Like it's almost the same thing as like a performer, like an artist. That's how I explain it to them.
Mm-hmm.
You got to go through rehearsals, go through rehearsals. That last practice before games was kind of like a dress rehearsal. We just kind of shelling stuff and going through it. But the game is the performance. That's when the fucking curtains come back, lights come on, microphones live. You can't have your whoever coordinate the dances, choreography sitting there saying, people that's performing. Beyonce, she don't do that shit. You know what I'm saying? Whoever else, the top performer, Usher, them niggas, they do their rehearsals. But when the show is on, whoever helped them on rehearsals, they sit down and watch the show. Because now you should be able to just do it. But that's a part of it. Getting up 7:30, working out before. You know what I mean? We ain't win a break, you work out a lunch, work out. So by the time you go to the actual live show, it's flawless. You know what I'm saying? And it's even look even more flawless if the person you playing with didn't take that same preparation. It looks even better. There's nothing they can throw at you that you're prepared for. Because you can practice the shit 3 times, 2 hours a day. You know what I'm saying? Just make everything easy. Nothing you can do. You can't beat that. I say all the time. You can't cheat. You can't cheat the work. You know what I'm saying? Shit gonna be hard. You gotta go through the hard stuff. Then it's gonna be easy. If you're trying to take it easy now, it's gonna be harder later. It's time and time again. We've seen that, right? Everybody just want to lollygag through practice, how they joke and they laugh, and not taking the drills. That's why I gotta yell at them. You gotta tell them do it right. Oh, you do the drills right. When we go through the game, when that, oh, that's why we do that drill. We just do it. It's reflex. You know what I'm saying?
What you learned during this encounter? What are the things that you learned from uh, having both your parents in the house, witnessing your friends that don't have this dynamic, to your approach, your awareness of? What have you learned?
Be more proactive instead of sitting around and do nothing.
Right. What else?
And be more useful.
What does that mean?
Like do more stuff to improve yourself so you can be better than other people.
Well, I don't want to say better than other people. Be better than yourself. The biggest competition, the biggest competitor is you. That makes sense? Because if you're not working hard, who's the first person gonna expose it to them to you? Yourself. You're gonna expose it to. If you go out there and play against somebody and he's better than you, you're gonna start exposing yourself to yourself. You're gonna be like, damn, this nigga faster than me. Damn, this nigga cooking me. You're gonna be on you before the crowd start booing you when you get the ball. You're gonna already be in your head. That's when you lose the battle at. You lose the game up here. So you're not doing it for you to be better than someone else. We don't want. I don't want you to get caught up on a competitive mind frame, which it is now to a degree. But the competition is within. You play against a nigga and you've been getting up an hour early every day and you've been busting your ass and you've been working out from morning, lunch to dinner. You've been doing what you're supposed to do. When you meet that motherfucker, guess what you gonna say? Oh, okay. Let me dig deeper.
Yeah.
You're not gonna say, damn, he cooking me. Oh, well, I see, okay, yeah, you've been working.
Yeah.
But that left to right crossover, sweet. That right to left strong. But that left to right is sweet. So let me set you up because I know how to set you up to make you go right to left. As soon as you go right to left, I'm biting on that. When I bite on that, I'm gonna expose your ass. I'm finding your weaknesses. Because your weaknesses was once what? My weaknesses. You're reflecting of me. That's how I could tell you what to do. Oh, that's why. Oh yeah, you doing the shit that other nigga. Okay, and I met his ass at the basket and I pancaked that shit and started to break. So I know what to tell you. If I'm on offense, I know what it takes to be a good defender. If I beat him, he's gonna try to beat line to cut me off. Okay, let me get in that lane and cut his ass off. Let me beat him to where he going. Let me move faster with this ball. This shit ain't gonna go fly with the older person, an experienced person, someone that's played somewhere before. They're gonna expose that. That's why you're doing it. You're doing it for self. Don't get caught up in what they doing. If I know all the things you about to do, you only got 2 hands. You're gonna throw right or left. But if I know, okay, he's the dominant right hand. He can't fight. He trying to knock me out with that right hand. Guess what I'm watching? Right hand. Now imagine this motherfucker got a left. But I've defended. I know how to defend against both of those in the fight. Right? But that left is stronger than his right. I know how to expose that in the fight. Make sense? Just like basketball, get on the outside of his body. All these different things that everything is relevant to something else. If you play soccer, that's footwork, eye-feet coordination. That applies in basketball. Even though it's hand-eye coordination, but if I know how to dribble and move my feet align with my dribbling, guess what? I know how to read feet. I know how to get around defenders. I know how to get to my spots, right? All these things is applicable to life as well. We just told you how the game of basketball is applicable to the game of life. Life is a game. Be proactive. Them shoes, go clean them. Go put the strings in them. Take the pictures. Don't ask daddy to do it for me. Show me how. Because if he show you how to fish, if something ever unfortunate happens, you know what to do. You're not waiting on someone to give you something. Make sense? And that also helps you become a leader. When you got them group projects, there's a confidence thing while you're not standing up in that front and saying, you know what, I'm gonna take that. I got it.
And you one of the better students even in your class too. So I'm surprised. I didn't know you was definitely shouldn't be following behind nobody else that ain't doing it better than you. So you should be like, oh hell no, you gotta take your destiny in your own hands. Is what he's saying.
Basically. And it starts now. It don't start school start back. It don't start when a game coming out or I need some money for. You have to be proactive. Just because you get an allowance, that should not dictate your work ethic. Your work ethic is your work ethic. Everybody that's great get up 4 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning. They're proactive about their day. They're intentional about what the hell they about to go do. Make sense? So if you're gonna be a student athlete, you have to be proactive. Why? Because one, you're the most seen person, especially when you go to school or college. They always talk about the athletes. Oh yeah, he gets up, he works out, he does everything he's supposed to do. You're the mascot behind the mascot. They putting that spotlight on you. Make sense? So being proactive is a game changer right now. That's a big thing. Taking the lead. Don't be afraid of the spotlight. You want to take the last shot, don't you? Oh, okay. If you want to take the last shot, you want to take the last shot about everything, not just basketball, soccer, football. Right? That makes sense? Now we're gonna do a tying of the tie. Get a tie to your daddy. Both of y'all don't know how to tie a tie. You and DJ. Let's see how fast y'all learn. Show you one time how to tie a tie. Then y'all gonna tie it. All right. On the net.
Wow, that's how that shit. It's like riding a bike. Huh?
Yeah. So
Kind of got to get the length. Each tie is kind of different length sometimes too. Left, right. This over that.
take the smaller one under.
Yeah.
Take the bigger one over your thumb. Over under your thumb, over your index finger. Make sure that flap is down. You bring this back under. All right. Cheating. And then you bring it here. It's all a little twisted. Now you just tie the tie. Now, the rules of tying the tie. You want this tip part to be right at the top of your belt. Put your tire clip on. Y'all got it? This right here is if you don't have a clip, you put this part inside. Get you a fine woman. Tighten you up. Look at it. Don't be angry. Don't be
Mba.
You see what I'm saying? Shaw. Every young man should know how to tie a tie. There you go. You ready?
Got it.
You got it? You just show it one time now. Get that one. Huh? Y'all gonna start at the same time. Lose old 10 push-ups. Boogity wiggity.
Both of them push-ups.
Both of them doing push-ups. Make sure the long part of the tie stops at your what? Top of your belt.
It's cold. Cold.
Me too. So I put it.
Got it, DJ?
Hold on, y'all ready? Set. Hold on, fudge. Y'all ready?
I forgot already.
You forgot. You forgot to, DJ? Ready? Set. Go.
Mm-mm. That's the last, kind of the last step.
Go under that thumb.
No,
You gotta be out of gas though. Run it up, 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 up. There you go. Put your finger here. Take it under.
Mm-hmm.
Around.
Oh, DJ got it.
Back under. Yeah. Through this root right here.
Pull that part. Yeah.
Through that loop.
Pull the knot more.
This root.
Than that.
See this straight right here?
Pull the knot. Pull the knot up. Knot. Yeah. Pull that. And then pull
Put
that.
it right here. Mm-hmm.
Nope. That's gonna be longer.
Twist it right.
I ain't gonna have you got the goddamn pine tied up just at your chest.
There you go. What? Under. All right.
I'll put this in.
No, put it. So it goes here.
Yep.
Right, the knot. Pull it up. There you go. Now look what you got. Look what you got. Bottom part longer than the.
You gotta take it through that.
Bah!
Got it? Goddamn, you got it.
he got this one longer than
Go
that.
back, start over.
All right, take it off. Do it again.
Hold on. You got it. Switch this. You good. Just leave it. There you go. Under. Take it through there.
Under your
No,
thumb.
take it under. Take it under.
Under that thumb. Big
Yeah.
part. Around.
No.
All the way around.
Now take it.
Now under.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. Slide it into the big,
Yeah, tighten it up.
to the big hole right there.
Bring that loose. Hold up. Bring it too tight because you want to be able to slide it up and down. Yeah.
Now straighten it up. There you go. There you go. Now you sharp.
There you go.
Hold that bottom piece. Adjust. Hold the bottom. Pull it right. I'll pull it up. There you go. I'll tighten it up.
Tighten it. Don't worry about that till that.
How are you doing it?
Why you way over there? And you need a pretty lady to do what? Make sure you straight. Bah! Who won? Both y'all OT and me. We got one more thing to do and that's it. The suspect challenge.
Suspect.
So look, this is what I want you to do during the suspect challenge. Typically, they
Go
say,
use the bathroom.
yeah, boo boo,
No.
wash your hands. Come back.
Bless you.
You got it?
DJ can be right ties off every time now.
Yeah.
You walk around with a tie and a guitar.
Tired of
Put the women off their feet. Don't worry about that part.
Your bottom longer than
Pull the
your
big
top,
one.
though.
There you go.
You turn the camera off. Then we do the suspect challenge. We done. What you think?
Good ass.
Gotta get that error on.
I need to put on fucking laptop though. That shit, hour long, hella gigs.
That's how. We'll be all right. Got that content though. I'm turning the mic off.